In this session, we will go through corporate financial management goals, system of control, and corporate cooperation. Goals should be specific. So we should know that we are going to achieve which type of goals, short-term, long-term, medium-term, and we should have clear vision of that when that organizational goals. It should be measurable, so we can make variance analysis, or we can see that if we have reached to our goals or no. It should be attainable. We shouldn't put, or we shouldn't set the goals that we cannot achieve those goals, or we can achieve it in so long term, like in 30 years, 40 years, because we will lose our motivation and incentives in order to attain those financial goals. It should be relevant to our business. It shouldn't be completely which is not in that sector that we are operating. So, for example, if we are working as providing services, customer services, or we are, for instance, Tesco. So we shouldn't set the goals which is in the nature of automotive, or we shouldn't set the goals like to make engine, or produce oil, or produce cotton. So it should be relevant and time-based. We should give that financial goals, should allocate specific time in 1 year, 2 years, 6 months, or 5 years. So what is the deadline? How many months or years we have time in order to achieve those goals? Financing decision, investing decision, dividend decision. The fundamental source of efficiency in production is specialization through the division of labor. Mechanisms for achieving goal alignment, control mechanisms, cooperate through hierarchical supervision, control through positive and negative incentive, general rules or specific directives, or it can be routines, coordination based on multiple adjustment. Performance incentive, linking rewards to output, piecework and profit bonuses. Benefit, economize on the need for costly monitoring and supervision of employees, seen as class agency. Get out. Shared values and behavioral norms common in voluntary sector organization, less easy to inculcate in profit and goal-driven industries. Management systems for coordination and control. The first one is information system, strategic planning systems, and HRM systems. Strategy planning systems, key elements from the point of view of this module: a statement of goals, set of assumptions or forecasts, qualitative statements, specific action steps, financial projections. In general, it is so difficult to harmonize the goals and aspirations of all. Firms therefore fall back on direction, restriction, and power to enforce systems and policies. What are the risks? The probability of occurrence of an event. Risk is based on measurability. Every investment is susceptible to risk. There are financial and non-financial risks. Risks are products of managerial decisions. It can be financial risk, non-financial risk. Financial risk, it can be in the category of market risk, credit risk, finance, liquidity risk, or non-financial one, legal risk, reputational risk, natural disaster. Also risk, they can be categorized in terms of external or internal. External risk, there are economic risk, political, natural disaster, or internal risk, poor corporate governance, operational risk, weak internal control. The risk and Uncertainty is different. Uncertainty is used to describe the situation when it is not possible to attach a probability to the likelihood of occurrence of that event. Uncertainty causes a rift between good decision and good outcome. Introduction to corporate finance. Deal with monetary decisions made by business enterprises and the tools and analysis used to make these decisions. Primary goal is to maximize shareholder value. Capital investment decisions are long-term choices about which projects receive investment, how to finance investment, and how decisions about paying dividends are being made, because of how we are going to pay dividends to our shareholders. Short-term decisions deal with the balance of current asset and current liabilities, managing cash, inventories, short-term borrowing, and lending. Operational corporate finance deals mainly with the finance function concerning period-to-period financial management of an enterprise plus short-term shareholder interest. Strategic corporate finance is involved mainly in goal formation and pathway analysis. This may include capital budgeting and aspect of market and sub-market analysis. Management of working capital, cash management, inventory management, debtor management, short-term financing is so important that how we are going to level of the cash that we are keeping in our business, or how we are going to have inventories. Do we have sufficient level in order to satisfy our customers, or we are holding too much amount of inventories that will lose the opportunities available in the market, that if we would have had that amount of money, we would have benefit from those opportunities. Net operating cycle, also known as cash conversion cycle, and represent the time difference between cash payments for raw materials, the amount of the cash that we are paying to our suppliers or distributors, and the amount of the cash we are collecting for sales. We are collecting from our debtors or our customers. Capital investment decision, long-term corporate finance decisions relating to fixed assets and capital structure. Finance requirements of business, planned or unplanned, startup, development-based, or trading-based. It can be short-term, medium, or long-term strategies and instruments. Debt financing allows firms to borrow funds without dilution of ownership and control. But according to equity financing, allows firms to borrow funds in exchange for some ownership and control. Thank you for all your attention.